The Baltimore Ravens will travel to Arrowhead this week, and this one is interesting, but for all the wrong reasons. Let's talk about it. I'm Rob Stats Guerrero from the Pro Football Insiders. Chiefs, Ravens, Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson. When the schedule came out, we were all salivating over this game. Remember how it ended last year with Isaiah Likely's pinky toe being out of bounds, giving the Chiefs the win? Well, we all thought this was going to be a great game, and it may be, but both teams come into this one kind of reeling a little bit. Both teams at 1-2. And to give you a little perspective, how surprising that is, check this out. Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson both have multiple MVPs in their trophy case, yet both come into this one with a record under 500. That has never happened before in the history of the NFL. And it's kind of surprising because both teams have opposite problems. The Chiefs' problem is offense. They simply cannot move the ball. They simply cannot get the ball into the end zone. We all saw that shot of Travis Kelce and Andy Reid bickering on the sidelines where Andy Reid kind of gives a little shoulder to Travis Kelce, but that is just a clue about the frustration with Kansas City. They are 17th in yards per game and 21st in points per game. This is not what we are used to seeing from Andy Reid, but they just don't have a lot of super talented guys on offense right now, especially with Rashee Rice suspended. They are struggling to move the ball. They have just 6 touchdowns in 3 weeks. Kind of amazing to say for a team quarterback by Patrick Mahomes. I'm old enough to remember when Patrick Mahomes didn't need any help, right? Wasn't that what we always said? He's one of the rare guys that can carry a team all by himself. Well, he's certainly not doing it to this point. We'll see if he can turn it around. Meanwhile, the Ravens have the complete opposite problem. Their offense is fantastic. Lamar Jackson has 10 total touchdowns on the year and 0 turnovers. The problem is the Ravens can't stop anybody. They have allowed the most yards per game in the league, 415 yards per game they are allowing, and they are giving up the second most points per game in the league behind only the Miami Dolphins. This is not just bad defense. This is the worst defense so far in the league. It is not what we are used to seeing from a Baltimore Ravens team. So that's what you've got. You've got the Chiefs with a terrible offense, and you've got the Ravens with a terrible defense. I don't know who's going to win. This will largely probably come down to the final possession, but it is amazing that we are sitting here in week 4 talking about the Chiefs and the Ravens being right now some of the worst teams in the league. It is crazy to say nobody would have had that on their bingo card to start the year, but that's just the simple reality of the situation. Somebody is going to come out of this game having lost 3 out of their first 4 games of the season. And if you're Kansas City, I think maybe you're a little more desperate in this one because you are facing the Chargers in your division who are undefeated. They're 3-0. So can you really afford to fall to 1-3 if you're Kansas City while the Chargers are undefeated and, oh, by the way, facing the Giants this week and Jackson Dart in his first start? So maybe a little more desperation for Kansas City, but regardless, somebody's going to be in a bad, bad spot coming out of this one. And the rest of the teams in the AFC, just lean back and enjoy because you are facing a very real possibility that one of Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson is not going to be a part of the playoff field in that conference.